No one in Lagos could ignore Madame Effair. She was tall, beautiful, and always quiet. But that wasn't what made people stare. It was her clothes. She wore only black. Every single time that you see her, she is always on black lace, black wrapper, black shoes, black handbags. Even her gele, always black. Even on raining days, hot sunny days, parties, church services, gala nights, she was always on black clothes. And anyone she goes, people used to wonder and gossip behind her back. Why is she always in black clothes? One would say, she must be a witch. Oh. I heard she made money through something dark. Maybe she's cursed. She's rich but never smiles, always serious, always silent. Some people try to even defend her. Maybe she just like black color, or it could be fashion for her. With all their curiosity, no one dared to go close and ask Madame Effair directly why she always wear black all the time. Then, one hot Saturday, Madame Effair was invited to a fundraiser for sick children in Ikoyi, Lagos. When Madame Effair arrived, as usual, she was also in black clothes. All the rich people that came invited, they were all dressed in a bright yellow and sky blue dress. That was the theme color given. But not for her. She stepped out of her black jeep, dressed in full black lace with tiny back pearls. People turned. Camilla flashed. One woman said to her friend, Ha, is she mourning again? Who died this time around? The other lady replied her, is it only death? See, she will scare these children. She will scare the kids away. Someone should tell her this is not a funeral. But Madame Effair didn't even care. She walked in so confidently with her black gown. Her face was calm like water. She wasn't even smiling nor frowning. She just greeted politely, sat quietly, clapped when it was time, and she donated a very fat check. Then she left without a word as usual. The next morning, a blogger named Lola Sparks posted a picture of Madame Effair on Twitter and on Instagram. Her caption was "The Rich Widow of Lagos" or "The Witch of Eleganza." She added a laughing emoji and a coughing emoji and a little ghost to the post. And this post went viral. The post exploded. People started laughing on the comment section. They started calling Madame Effair the Witch of Eleganza because she lived in an estate called Eleganza. Some said she looked like someone who did ritual. Others posted a lot of jokes. If death had a wife, it would be how? When you are going to a funeral, but you also want to slay. The internet exploded. The mockery began. Even they went as far as started to do TikTok joint trend. They created a short skit called "How Madame Effair Gets Ready in the Morning." They dressed in long black robes, painted their faces white, and walked slowly with jazz music in the background. Effair, the elegant winch, one of them sang, dancing round a fake coffin. This thing trended for days. It had thousands and thousands of views. Even teenagers who do not know who Madame Effair was, they even joined in the joke. Madame Effair saw all this, but still, she did not say anything. She kept to herself. Then, weeks later, a big fashion show was held in Victoria Island. She was invited, and the theme of that fashion show was Color Carnival, a celebration of colors. Everyone was expected to come in something bright. But when Madame Effair arrived, she wore a fitted black silk gown with shiny black stones. Some clapped when she walked in, others rolled their eyes on her. The host, a popular comedian, took the mic. He smiled and said loudly, "Wow, look who just floated in from the underworld." People started laughing. He then continued, "At least the kids here will know who to run from in the dark." People had the mind to still continue to laugh. Even they had the mind to also bring out your phones, cameras pointing at her, and they were videoing her. For the first time ever, Madame Effair's expression broke. She couldn't hold it together anymore. She cried. She stood up, fixed her clothes, and walked out of that hall without a word. As if the embarrassment was not enough, that night social media went wild. I don't know she can cry oh. Did she just cry? I don't know. This woman can cry. She's not a witch oh. Something must have happened to her. A new curiosity sparked and people started to type on the comment section. One post said, "A woman that rich, that respected, doesn't cry because of joke. That tears, it meant something." People began searching online. Online investigators that never sleep, they started doing their digging immediately, trying to find out who truly Madame Effair was. Why did she always wear black? And why she never speak in interviews? Why did no one ever see her smile? Was she hiding something or mourning someone? But one comment stood out. Amidst all the laughter and mockery Madame Effair was getting, one comment was posted under a viral video. A man named Camy, he wrote, "This woman you all are mocking. She gave me scholarship when my mother died in a fire. She didn't speak much the day I met her, but when she heard my stories, when she saw my scars, she cried." You people should be careful on how you laugh at someone you don't know their stories oh. Stop all this. You don't know what you guys are doing. You might be putting a lot of thoughts in this woman's head. Stop making mockery of people. If she wears black, that is her choice. His comment didn't just go viral, but someone screenshotted it and sent it to the blogger who even started all the commotion in the first place. Lola Spark planned an interview. The same blogger who made fun of her now wanted to go deeper and find out what really happened. After she saw that screenshot, she then posted on her social media handle, "Okay, everybody should calm down. Maybe there is more to this woman's story. If anyone has an info about her past, please DM me. Let's find out the truth." But that only added fuel to the fire. More gossip, more lie, more mockery. People were no longer just laughing, they were hungry for answers, and none of them were ready for the truth. That night, after that fashion show, Madame Effair, she sat on her balcony all alone. She was looking so sad and unhappy, and she held an old photo in her hand. That photo was a photo of her four little children smiling in it. All four of them were dressed in school uniform, all holding black lunch bags. Madame Effair's hand were really shaking as she touched their faces in the picture. "My beautiful babies," she said to herself. Then slowly placed that photo back from where she brought it out from. Those photos, they meant a lot to her. Then the next morning, the fashion show host, the MC, the comedian guy who mocked her when she walked in on that fashion show that particular day, decided to apologize. He then posted on his own social media account, "Hey guys, I know you guys have seen the whole video circulating on social media of me cracking a joke. It was joke and nothing more. I did not plan to insult anyone. Please, if Madame Effair was hot in all those jokes, I apologize. But you guys should know, comedy is comedy. Nobody should take it to heart, right? The comment sections were full of fire. Some defended him, while some were really angry because Madame Effair cried, which means that that thing he said wasn't just a joke to him. He pushed too far. Still, in all of those commotion that was going on, people were expecting Madame Effair to come out and say something, maybe make a post or say something on the reason why she always wear black everywhere she goes. But she said nothing. She didn't reply, she didn't post, she didn't even explain. She simply vanished from public events. No one saw her for weeks, and she never posted on her social media account for weeks. Meanwhile, Camy had questions. The only person who said something positive about Madame Effair helping him 14 years ago when he was still a teenager. Far away in Aja, Camy, the boy who left the comment about helping him, sat in his small room. He kept thinking about Madame Effair. He remembered how Madame Effair had once visited his school. He was just 14 then. His shirt was torn and his hands were bandaged from the fire that took his own mother. While others passed by, Madame Effair stopped, bent down, touched his shoulders and gave him a black envelope. Inside was full scholarship. There were no cameras when Madame Effair was doing all of this, and there were no public speech or an alarm or social media posts that, hey, I helped a boy who lost his mother in a fire. It was just a quiet help. As Camy sat in his room, thinking, talking to himself, but why does everyone now laugh at her while she saved my life? Camy made up his mind that he was going to find her and prove to all those social media tantrums, even those bloggers that are hungry for what to talk about, and prove all of them wrong. Camy went to the estate that Madame Effair lived, the estate Eleganza. When he got there, he walked up to the guard at the gate. Hello, sir. Please, oh, I want to see Madame Effair. The guard turned and looked at him. And who are you? My name is Camy. She gave me a scholarship. The guard looked surprised. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. I can show you proof. I want to see her and it is urgent. Well, she hasn't come out in days, oh. She has not passed this gate in days. Maybe you should go there and talk to her since you said that she invited you. The guard opened the gate. Camy walked in with the direction given. He walked into a beautiful compound, flowers everywhere. But when he got to the door and knocked, no one answered. He knocked again. No one answered. On the third time, finally, the door opened slightly. Madame Effair stood there, no makeup, no gele, just her usual black clothes. Her eyes looked tired. It was evident that she was down and she has been crying for long. Camy, she called out to his name. Yes, ma. I came to check up on you, ma. Madame Effair stared at him for a moment. She was really surprised. Then she slowly stepped aside for him to walk inside. When Camy walked inside, the house was too quiet. But he didn't mind. That was not his mission. Madame Effair offered him cold zobo. Then Camy started talking to her. Ma, you know you are always kind. And you were so kind to me years ago. Wait, I keep wondering, why don't you let people know your stories? because I know you have a story why you wear black clothes all the time. Madame Effair looked at him and she couldn't hold her tears. Tears were streaming down her cheeks. Well, Kamsi, my story is pain and not everyone deserves to know. But Kamsi insisted that he wants to know, and it is time people actually know so that you will not stop locking yourself inside, feeling bad, and people will be gossiping about you everywhere you go. You are a public figure, you are rich and wealthy, and you have so many companies. And bloggers, those hungry bloggers, they are looking for who to talk about, and you have been their topic for a long time now. I think it's better you just end the gossip so that they will look for a new thing to go and blog about. Madame Effair looked at Kamsi. She then stood up, walked to a drawer, took out a newspaper, and she showed it to Kamsi. And the headline of that newspaper states, "Four children dead in Lekki school fire." Below was the picture of four small children in small coffins. Kamsi's eyes widened. Madame Effair now sat down. "Those four childrens, they are mine." She said all those things with her voice shaking. "Those four childrens, they were my only children." Kamsi covered his mouth. He was so terrified, shocked. All four? Jesus. Madame Effair nodded. Yes, they were supposed to be home, but I made them stay longer in the school because I wanted to work. I wanted a little peace and a quiet environment. I heard something caught fire in school and my four babies just died like that. I couldn't bury them in colors, so I buried them in black. And since that day, I swore I will wear black until my soul wasn't crying anymore. Kamsi began to cry too. "I am so sorry, Ma." She held his hand. "You were the only one who traced me and asked me. You didn't even join them to laugh, but you really wanted to know the reason why. Thank you so much for coming. Now that you know the reason why I wore black, I think you should tell the whole world. Maybe, like you said, they will calm down with their posts. It was actually messing with my mental health." Kamsi stood there. He doesn't even know what to do. He doesn't know if he should start saying sorry. But he knows that no amount of story he says is going to make any difference. He only tried and gave her some little encouragement that everything will be alright. Kamsi promised that he would be visiting regularly to know how she's faring. Afterwards, Kamsi went home, and when he got home, he opened his phone and posted on his social media account. At least he had Madame Effair's permission to post. She wear black because she buried her word in it. She stayed quiet because loud people laughed while she cried. Before you all mock someone, ask what they have lost. The Madame Effair, the popular person you all have been posting up and down laughing because she wears black, lost her four children, not one, not two, four at once in a fire outbreak. No wonder why she helped me immediately I told her I lost my mother in a fire outbreak when I was just 14. You all should stop mocking someone if you don't know her story. Kamsi didn't bother tagging her. He didn't even add drama. He just went straight and tell the truth. The post quickly went viral. People started deleting their jokes, all the rubbish they said about her. Some influencers who even used her topic to make some money deleted and also make apology videos. Even the fashion show host cried on Instagram Live, asking for forgiveness so that such thing will not befall him. 2 weeks later, at a children's orphanage lunch, Madame Effair was invited. The hall was full of important people, senators, business owners, pastors, even news reporters. Camera was everywhere. People waited. They wanted to see Madame Effair. They wanted to hear her stories. A few minutes later, she walked in. And when she walked in, people clapped for her. They stood and clapped for her. She went and sat in the front seat that was reserved for her. The first person that was called up to talk was Camy. He started by introducing himself. My name is Camy. I know you all must have heard the story, probably from the comment section that I posted few weeks ago. Well, I am here to tell you what happened. I lost my mother in a fire. I thought no one cared because none of my family members cared. But one person did, Madame Effair. She didn't even ask for a camera to announce what she did for me. She gave me a scholarship. She gave me hope. She gave me everything while carrying her own pain. And yet, people had the mind to laugh at her, called her name. Thank God today, everything has been cleared, and I will love you all to welcome Madame Effair so that she would tell her own part of the story. As Madame Effair climbed the stage, she said, "You all wondered why I wore black. I wear black because that is what I buried my children in. I had four, two boys, two girls. They were all bright, loud, full of life, full of laughter. They died in a school fire I could have prevented. I only told them to stay behind because I wanted to work for a longer period of time. Well, I blamed myself. I still do today. I still continue to blame myself. I couldn't wear colors anymore because color reminded me of birthday cakes I will never bake, of clothes I will never buy them. I also wore black to hide, to stay silent because I thought if I stay small, my pain wouldn't find me or haunt me. But then, this boy Camy reminded me that even in black soil, something can grow. I know I saved him, but he saved me too. Because standing out here talking to all of you is something I never knew I could do, but he made it possible. The crowd stood and they clapped, some cried, and for the first time in years, Madame Effair smiled. After that talk, people saw Madame Effair differently, not as a witch or a mystery woman, but as a mother who had lost everything but still gave everything. She didn't change overnight. She still wore her black, but she started adding little white flowers to her clothes. Not every smile means happiness. Not every silence means pride. Some people walk through life carrying invisible scar. Some wear black because they bury the color with those they love. So before you laugh, before you point fingers, and before you joke about someone, ask question, or better still, keep your mouth shut and be kind. I know this is not my regular kind of stories, my besties, but I saw it and I could not stop. I wanted to share the stories because I know a lot of people were being judged wrongly. A lot of people are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, but no one knew. At the same time, they kept on receiving backlash from people. So please be kind. Do you enjoy this story? If you do, please leave a comment in the comment section, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also support me buying me a coffee. The link to buying a coffee is on my description and on the bio of this channel. See you on the next one. Goodbye and stay blessed.